Anyways, okay. It's like not facing me. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If I look or sound tired, it's because I am. Yeah, I am very tired. I was trying to leave Venice, and of course the day I try to leave, the Venice transportation department went on strike, so couldn't even get a boat. Of course, these people go by when I'm talking, but yeah, I couldn't get a boat leaving Venice, so I asked them, how can I leave? How can I get to the train station? And they said, you have to walk. And I looked up how many minutes the walk was from where I was to the train station, and it was about an hour and 30 minutes. So I had to walk with my luggage across Venice, and if you've been to Venice before, you know that an hour 30-minute walk is not just a regular hour 30-minute walk. Like, it's really hard in Venice because it's like Venice is like a maze. It's like an island, but it's like a maze with little tiny roads, and there's a bridge like every 1,000 feet. There's like a bridge, so you got to go up and down the bridges with my suitcases, and I was just done. Like, I was covered, like every inch of me was covered in sweat. My arms were shaking because of carrying my luggage up and down those bridges and walking with my luggage and book bag and everything and my camera, and my arms were shaking from walking and holding all that stuff. And then I get to the bus, and I get to the bus to go to the train station, and they said the buses were on strike. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll get on a subway. So I got on a subway, and like in the middle of the subway, the guy, I guess, who was driving the subway, he didn't know that there was a strike. So he showed up to work, and then he realized, oh, everybody's on strike, I'm like the only one. So he decided to strike in the middle of the subway ride, leaving me and a lot of other people in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And he did it when it was raining, so I was caught in the rain, just being like, it was pouring rain. We all had to get off, and there was nowhere to hide, so we just got rained on for 2 hours. Didn't know where I was, didn't know what part of Italy I was in. And then the rain stopped eventually, and then we were just waiting for any kind of bus, any kind of anything, me and these other people, to pick us up and take us anywhere. Taxis were even on strike. We were trying to get taxis. They're also on strike. So we're just sitting at a bus stop. I can't even tell you where that bus stop was. I have no idea. Some random part of Italy. Just waiting for any kind of bus, any kind of anything to go by. Nothing would come by. 2 hours pass, 3 hours pass. Finally, a subway comes by. Someone decided to show up to work, felt bad. And we just got on it. Like, we had no idea where this thing was going. We just got on it because there was just nothing running. And so I think by the end of the day, I ended up taking 7 or 8 buses, 3 or 4 subway rides, maybe 5 or 6 trains just going. I ended up in Bologna at one time, and then in Bologna I was there around 11 p.m. Didn't know what I was doing there, and I ended up here in Florence. I'm in Florence right now. And yeah, yesterday was really rough. At the end of the day, I had walked 60,000 steps. And when I got back to my hotel, when I got to my hotel, I literally was shaking. Like, my body wouldn't stop, like, just jackhammering, because like I was running on, like, my body had used all energy, and like I couldn't even stop shaking. Even when I was trying to fall asleep, my limbs were shaking. I was pooped, man. So that was yesterday. So yeah, today I'm in Florence, and that's why I'm here. I just kind of was just getting on buses and trains just to get out of Venice. And yeah, yesterday was really tough. it was hard to stay positive, let's put it that way. But a lot of people were asking me to address the travel buddy situation, so I wanted to, because I was thinking about it yesterday during my train rides, one of many. I was like, you know, I always feel like, okay, there's this saying that's like, no one believes the truth when the lie is more interesting. So that's why I never speak on drama or any of that stuff or problems on YouTube, because I feel like there's really no solution, you know, to internet. The internet loves drama. It's going to feed on the drama aspect, you know, and whatever the worst narrative is. But I was like, no, that's wrong, Maryjane. That's actually really wrong, because this travel buddy situation and these trips you were offering to the public, you're offering to your audience. So if they're not happening, you need to address it to your audience. And like, that's so true. It's like, I made the offerings public, so I need to speak about why they're not happening public, and like what happened with the past travel buddies and past. But I definitely wanted to talk about this and get it out. I was trying to get the video out yesterday, but I couldn't. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I was offering like these tours. So when I'm traveling, I always see tours, especially in Italy or Europe in general. You see tours, you see a guy or a girl with a big stick, and you see a tour with them and a group of people. And I always would look at those people and be like, that would be so easy for me. Like, why don't I do something like that? Being that I'm like a pro traveler, it would be so simple for me to be like doing these group trips. And I've been offered them too. Like, companies have reached out to me and said, oh, we're a tour company, we'd love you to be like the like front runner of the tour, and like people can join to come travel with you. And I never said yes to them. Instead, I was like, I'll do it myself. That's such a good idea. And I attempted to do it last year, and when I say it blew up in my face is an understatement. A huge understatement. It was an absolute disaster. It went terribly. Absolute terrible. It went up in flames. I decided to give another go at it, because I was like, I do believe I can do this successfully, you know? It shouldn't be hard for me to do this, right? It's just adding people to organize a little trip, have people pay me, I take care of everything, and I'm the one kind of guiding everyone around. That sounds like such a simple, good idea, but when I tell you, no. And it was funny because 3 people warned me. A stranger warned me when I was offering these trips. A stranger reached out to me and was like, hey, Maryjane, I love your content. She's like, I just wanted to let you know, like, I saw that you're offering like travel buddies, where it's like people can travel with you, and I get discounted hotels and everything like that, so like it'd be like even better for the person traveling with me. They're like, I see what you're offering. She's like, but don't do it. I'm telling you, it's not going to work out. She's like, I had a dream that this is not going to work out for you again, and I strongly want you not to do this. I want you to cancel it right now. And I was like, not listening to that girl. I'm like, I told you guys, I have this problem. I think I can do everything. I literally think I can do everything on this planet. I think I can do it. If someone said, do you think you can jump into a volcano and survive? I was like, yeah. I think I can do everything. I think I can do the impossible, which is my fault a lot of times. Or sometimes, I should say. So I'm like, I offered the trips again late November of last year, because I was like, I can do it, and it sounds like such a good idea, and this helps me with, you know, always being alone, and then it's like good for the other person too. And when I tell you everything, I can't even go through all what went wrong again. I can't explain it to you, because when I just say everything went wrong. But the girl who emailed me and she was like, don't do these trips, she was like, listen, I did this. She's like, I'm just a girl who was trying to plan a group trip with my friends. Like, we all were doing a group trip, just was within our group, and I was in charge of everybody's money. I, meaning the girl, I'm speaking for the girl. She was like, I was in charge of everybody's money. I was in charge of planning. I was in charge of everything. And she said that blew up in my face, and none of those girls are my friends anymore. We all hate each other. We all are no longer friends because of that trip. Someone's alarm is going off. Is it mine? Yes. She was like, because of that trip, I'm not friends with these girls anymore. We all hate each other. It all ended badly. It all ended horribly. And she's like, let me tell you something. If you want to keep friends, or if you want to stay out of trouble, or if you want to, like, just keep going about traveling by yourself, do not put yourself in a responsibility position for other people. And I wish I so badly listened to her, because she was right. She was so right. It's so difficult, right? It's so difficult because, like, everything under the sun will go wrong. Everything under the sun. I remember the, like, second week of me offering these travel buddy trips, I said they're not because another person gave me advice, and they said don't make the trips refundable, because then you'll get all these people signing up, where if you say it's non-refundable, less people will sign up, and then there'll be more, they'll stick to it, because people will sign up for something and then the next day they won't want to do it anymore. So I initially had said the trips weren't refundable. Huge mistake to even make the trips in the first place, because so I remember I offered the trips, I think this was in November. My camera died, so now I'm using my phone to record. But anyways, where was I? So everything under the sun is going wrong, and I have a thing where I never think anything's like a big deal. I always think there's no big deal here. It'll be fixed easily. Like, there's no problem. No, you should know when to stop something. This is a huge, what's the guy? Mark Cuban. You know the Mark Cuban. You probably do. He said there's no such thing as failure. There's only feedback. But the thing about feedback is you're supposed to take the feedback and use it. I was getting feedback. My feedback was, Maryjane, stop offering trips. Maryjane, stop offering trips. Maryjane, stop being responsible. Stop putting yourself in a position where you're responsible for other people. So I can't even go through all of it. I can't even tell you. Everything under the sun goes wrong. It's up in flames. In my head, everything's still fine. Everything's still good. Still offering trips, saying yeah. Saying yeah, everything's fine. There's no problems here. It'll all be fixed. It's no big deal. When no. Oh my goodness. Everything's good. Everything's fine. There's no problems. Still offering trips. When week one, when maybe 100, let's just say 100 people, because I don't know the exact number. Let's say 100 people sign up for my travel buddies over like tons of locations. Over, not one trip, but like multiples. Let's say 100 people signed up. Literally, like the next day, 65, 75 people were trying to cancel for every reason you can think of. I can't go anymore. My boyfriend doesn't want me to go. My mom said she doesn't want me traveling with strangers. I can't get off of work. I didn't know this. Like everything. And then, boom, they shut down my website. Saying that they're going to look into further why I'm getting so many requests for refunds. And I can't even get into the website. I can't get into transactions. I can't get into payments. I can't get into refund anybody. I don't even know how to contact them because their emails are in the website. And it was just a big disaster. And there were several red flags, not even several. There was every red flag, and I'm still going 150 miles in the wrong direction, still offering trips to people, and still literally thinking everything is fine when I should have said, you know what, guys, I'm not doing these trips, and let's figure this out with all these girls, instead of saying, oh, everything's fine, everything's good, it's just gonna take a little bit longer, but everything's fine. Absolute mayhem. And it's funny because I said several people reached out to me and told me not to do these trips. Another agency reached out to me that offered trips to people. It's an organization that offers like trips traveling around the world, and they're like, hey, listen, Maryjane, we see you're offering trips like Travel Buddy and also like tours. They're like, we just want to let you know, like, don't do it. They said everything under the sun has gone wrong with us, and they said we're a corporation, so we have employees, we have, you know, we have a big group that's insured, you know, we have, you know, a board, we have employees. It's just you, Maryjane, and you're making yourself responsible for these people, you know? And like, they're like, so much stuff can go wrong. Like, for example, say someone goes on a trip with you and they get hurt. They said it happened to us. They said like they were offering a tour in Egypt, and like somebody was riding a horse and they fell off the horse and the horse like stomped on their head. That person, you are responsible for that person. That puts you, if their family wants to see you, or like, they're like, it's just a bad idea all around. Also, I got another email. Always interesting emails. Recently actually, of a girl saying, hey, Maryjane, I just want to reach out to you. She's like, I don't even watch you. I didn't even know about you until recently. She said, but my cousins do. And she said, my cousins signed up for your Iceland trip that you're offering. I was offering a trip to Iceland, like a group thing. And they're like, she's like, my cousins are literally trying to set you up. They're trying to go there, and they're not supporters, they're haters. They don't like you, and they're there trying to, like, they're making up a story about you, and they're about to go there and like make YouTube videos about you. And they booked your Iceland trip, and they're all set up about like all these videos they're about to do about you, and like they're creating like these narratives, and they're about to come like bum rush you and maybe even physically hurt you. I was like, great. And that was an eye-opener for me. I know, as this is something I don't know why I didn't figure it out sooner. It's never a good idea to put yourself in a position where you are responsible for strangers. I don't know these people, that's a thing. And they don't know me. So we're both complete strangers to each other. Like, we don't actually know each other. Like, you can think that you know me from watching my videos, but you don't actually know me. So there's still this level of like distrust on both sides. But I always, like I said, I always think everything's fine. So just that scenario, me being a stranger, offering something with strangers, responsible for that person and for like a trip. This scenario can breed so much trouble, and it has. What's that saying? What is possible will happen. Every possibility of in the realm of possibilities will play itself out in reality. Like, it very much happened, and it's like I should have known better, and I should have taken responsibility for like even making this whole scenario, because it's my fault. It's nobody else's fault. It's mine. And I know I'm on this planet and figure it out, but it's such a big deal bringing a stranger into this. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like, it's just, you know, even people ask me all the time why I don't travel with my family, because it all was terrible. Traveling with my family was horrible. Those are family members, and it ended up badly, like, and it caused a lot of drama within my family. Just us traveling with each other. It's just good to, it's just traveling with somebody, they always say when you get in a relationship, go on a trip together because it's a huge test of your relationship. Imagine me doing these things with freaking strangers, man. It's just something that I'm telling you here. I'm here to say it. Please hear me. I will never offer trips again in my days. I'm still trying to clean up the mess from me offering them this year. And I'm saying, I'm not, mind you, I'm not calling myself a victim. I'm doing the exact opposite, actually. I'm saying it's my fault, all of this. All of the mess with the travel buddies and me. Something I never should have taken on. In my head, it was so simple. I don't know why everything in my head is so simple. It was so simple in my head, and it was just like, yo, you made a mistake. You should have never done this again. Because I already tried it once. It poof, blew up in my face. And I was like, no, I can do it. Because it was almost like a challenge to like do it successfully and like, you know what I mean? Like show people like, no. Like I know what I'm doing. Like, no, this is like was super simple and I am capable of this and I am doing things right. Bad idea. Bad idea for 1 trillion reasons. I do apologize also for not addressing it sooner and never talking about this before, because I was given advice by like, you know, a lot of popular people, and they're always like, the internet loves drama. It's going to pick the most dramatic, the most entertaining scenario and believe that. No one believes the truth when the lie is more interesting. Everyone wants to believe the most bizarre, the most, you know, crazy scenario, and they want to paint and make everything so dramatic, and, you know, you get views that way, and, you know, if you paint somebody out to be a certain way or whatever, if that's not the case. So my thing was always never speak on it publicly, because like people aren't really want to hearing the truth. They want to know like why do you think people love criminal shows like NCIS so much, and people love dramatic entertainment? Because it's interesting, and so I totally get it. I'm not mad at anyone for hate videos they make about me. I'm not mad at anyone for making up lies about me. I'm not mad at anyone for painting pictures of me, even if they're false, because I get it. Trust me, I get it. I understand it comes with views. It's exciting for people to attach. I know that it's exciting for people to attach themselves to strong narratives. That's what celebrity culture is. That's why celebrity culture is so big. Part of it is like you get to attach yourself to like all this drama all the time, because there's all this drama within the celebrity world. It's never peaches and cream. There's always big scandals. There's always something. That's what celebrity culture is. I'm not calling myself a celebrity. I'm saying why celebrity culture is so big. It's like, you know, it's like you get to put your energy and your focus on somebody else, and it like takes the distraction away from your own life. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna believe this narrative about Maryjane, and I'm gonna make hate videos about her, and so I get it. Like, even the haters, like, I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not mad at any videos or anything out there about me, whether it's true or false, a lot of it being false. I'm not mad at it. It's all fair game. It's all part of being on the internet, and I did put myself in this arena when I offered to be responsible for people and their money. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not mad at all. I'm not upset at all about it. And I know, let me just say this. I'm not even trying to be like a saint or anything, or like Mother Teresa. I'm being honest. What matters the most in life on this earth is how you treat people. It's not how many countries you've been to. It's not how much money you make. It's not how beautiful you are. It's not how long your hair is. It's not what man or woman you got. It's not, you know, all the fancy things you've done. the most important thing in life is how you treat people. I truly believe that. So that's why I'm not offering trips anymore. Never, 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 never. I highly suggest people to travel with your close friends and family, even though that can even be a lot sometimes. And just, yeah, like, especially, I wasn't even doing it as like traveling with friends. I was doing it as like a business thing, as a business venture, and it just wasn't, yeah, it was feedback. Like, it's funny because I took cooking class in high school, and it was like called Cooking 101, and she said, my cooking teacher, she was the sweetest lady on earth, Mrs. Pratt, and she would say, if you taste somebody's food and she said you don't like it, don't say it's nasty. She said, interesting. She said, you will get an F on any test if you ever say anybody's food is nasty. It's kind of how I feel. Not really, but it's like the failure feedback thing. It's like, okay, Maryjane, you failed at this, but it's like, okay, I'm using it as feedback. For me, yeah, I failed at these travel buddies and trying to offer trips and trying to be a tour guide and thinking it was all easy. But I'm not going to take it as failure. I'm taking it as feedback. It's feedback. Okay, Maryjane, you know what not to do moving forward. Do not become responsible for people. Don't. And you keep yourself out of all this trouble, because it is my fault. It is 100%. I'm bit off way more than I could chew. And then I'm putting all these people in a boat with me. And the boat was like, I was like, I don't know if the boat wasn't staying afloat, as far as me being able to successfully complete these trips with these girls. Everything was going wrong. Everything was going wrong. And I was still offering trips when I shouldn't have been, because in my head I'm like, oh, everything's good. Oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine. And it wasn't. I should have shut that thing down week 1 and said, hey, you guys, I'm not offering these anymore. I've got to fix how it's already blowing up in my face. So I'm handling it. I'm cleaning up the mess that I've made. And I wanted to apologize to girls that did sign up for my trip and then were disappointed, or, just got brought into the realm and I didn't pull through, in the picture I was painting. Because in my head it was super simple, but it wasn't. And it wasn't a good idea from the start. From the start, it was not a good idea. Strangers, Maryjane, you're inviting complete strangers and you're doing business, and then like finances are involved and all that. No. And I advise you not to do it either. I don't know who you are watching on the other side of the screen, but it's just best if you just take care of you and only do things you are capable of doing. And don't offer trips to strangers to travel with you. It blew up in my face twice, and I take 100% responsibility for that. God was talking to me and he was like, Maryjane, isn't this a good idea? Like, this is so much better. I have a postcard program, and I'm like, this is more my speed when it comes to things outside of YouTube that I'm, trying to do. My postcard program, I love it so much because it's like, it's a breath of fresh air to be able to connect with you guys in a way and have a business venture outside of my YouTube channel, but that I know I can do. It's like, don't be offering trips to Dubai with strangers and you guys don't know each other, and then like everything under the sun goes wrong. I have a postcard program where I send you guys postcards, and it's a way of connecting with you. And I love it so much because I'm like, this was something I was capable of. Like not offering trips to people. That was wrong of me because I wasn't capable of doing that, and I didn't take into account all the things that could go wrong, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Maryjane will never be offering trips again. I love my postcard program so much. I was on the train yesterday, very emotional, writing to you guys. I have to send out, these are like 50 postcards. I send out about 50 to 100 a day. So Michael, I want to shout out some of you guys that are doing it periodically who sign up for my postcard program, motivational postcard program. Alex. So what it is, it's like you sign up, it's $35, and I will send you a total of 25 postcards from all over the world. So I'm going to Africa next Tuesday. Africa, you're getting a postcard. When I'm in here, wherever I am, you're getting a postcard. Wherever I am in the moment, you'll be getting them until it equals 25. And I put motivation on this postcard for you. Just got a notification. Yeah, I put motivation on the postcards for me being through everything. Sometimes it's nice too. I think it's nice too when people see that your life just isn't all so perfect. Like, I don't have a perfect life. I go through everything too, just like you guys. I go through hard times. I go through being bullied. I go through feeling alone. It's an understatement. I go through everything, and it's really nice to be able to share what I'm going through, but at the same time, like, motivating you guys from this life of mine, this crazy life of mine, to travel full-time nonstop. I'm traveling nonstop until I finish visiting every country in the world, which will be next year. I will finish, but so I've just been traveling city to city to city to city to city, to country to country to country to country to country, and I just keep moving, because if you keep moving, you can't fall over. Pierre from Denver, thanks so much for signing up. Katie with a C from Maryland, thanks so much for signing up. Constance D from Roseville, California. Brittany T from Missouri, thanks for so much for signing up. Roberto from Brooklyn, thanks for so much for signing up. Let's do two more. Artists, I love that name, from Princeton, thanks so much for signing up. Jackie from Texas, Jackie W from Texas, thanks so much for signing up. Amber from Lakeland, Florida, thanks so much for signing up. Dana from Montgomery, thanks so much for signing up. And I'll do one more. George from Baltimore. If you guys want to sign up for my postcard program, I'm really good at this. I'm really good at being creative and sending you guys postcards of motivation throughout my travels. Something I'm passionate about, something I'm capable of, and I would love for you guys to keep joining. My fault, and I'm still learning as I'm growing and getting older. I'm learning. Trust me, you guys, I'm a work in progress. And I'm not in the business of not treating people right and not doing things right. So I should have never offered these trips, because it's a bad idea. So anyways, my speed is a postcard program. And I'd love for you to sign up. I'll put the link down below for my motivational postcard program, so we can stay in touch through 25 postcards in total. I will send you each individually, from 25 different places all over the world that I travel. And I think I give some really good advice on here, and it's really nice. I feel like it's like writing, it's like journaling. It's like so therapeutic for me to write to you guys. It's not difficult for me at all, and I love it. So sign up for my postcard program in the link down below. Follow me on Instagram at Maryjane's World Tour. If you have a question, email me at maryjanebyarm. If you need to get in contact with me, at maryjanebyarm@gmail.com. And I want to thank you guys who love and support me. Not love, but if you do, that's amazing. But if you support me, I appreciate it so much. I can't even explain to you how much I see your comments, positivity and love and support. It means the world to me, and I'm gonna keep traveling and creating amazing content for you guys. And yeah, for the people who believe in me and think good of me and support me, it's grace. And I thank you guys so much for your love and support. If you're not giving love and support, you're here to dislike me, and that's okay too. I understand. It's life. You gotta take the good with the bad. That's part of life. So yeah, this is gonna be a long video, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. I will be uploading. No, I won't. I'll see you guys. I don't know if I'll be uploading tomorrow. We'll see. See you guys in the next one. Bye.